Hello,
Yes, sir.
can we start now?
Yes, please.
Okay, can you all see the newspaper on the screen? Is it visible?
Yes, visible.
Fine. So the main headline today is BSF constable killed. Two Assam Rifles personnel were injured in a Manipur firing. As we all know that in GS paper 3, there is one topic called internal security challenges in India. So one of the important internal security challenges in India is the militancy and the violence in northeastern states of India. And we have seen that for the last few days, there is continuous violence in Manipur. There is continuous militancy is happening in Manipur. So, and also we know that in GS paper 3, there is one more topic called various security agencies in India. So you can see that BSF, which is one of the important security forces in India, that is border security forces, and Assam Rifles. These security forces personnel have been killed in a Manipur fire. So, as a UPSC aspirant, you need to know what are the internal security challenges, especially the challenges in Manipur and in northeastern states, and what role is played by BSF and Assam Rifles in maintaining the internal security challenges. That's what you need to know. And you also need to know what are the problems associated with the security agencies in India. That's what you need to know as a UPSC aspirant. So just read this article. Now let's move on to the next page. CBI is going to investigate the train crash issue. Here you can see CBI started the train probe, inspect station panel room and speaks to the stop. Okay, Indian Oil Corporation edges out private refiners in Russian oil buys in May and Moscow share at high. So Indian Oil Corporation is going to buy the oil company share in Moscow, which is located in Russia. So that is what is mentioned here. Soon after the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, the Moscow began offering discount from less than 1% share of the Russian crude in the Indian soil import. That's what you can check it out. Now let's move on to the next page. Is my voice audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's audible.
Okay. Here there is one advertisement with respect to the security feature of WhatsApp, that how you can stay safe with WhatsApp. That if anybody is harassing you on WhatsApp, that how you can block and report. That's what you can see. This feature has been added by the WhatsApp after a long hue and cry about the data privacy, about the misuse of WhatsApp, about the security of the users. So there are so many such the new features have been added to WhatsApp, which is also called as self-regulated data protection initiatives by the various social media platforms and big data companies like WhatsApp. So as a UPSC aspirant, you need to know what is data privacy, how the new technologies or big data companies is compromising the privacy of the data, and what initiatives have been taken by the company themselves, and what initiatives have been taken by the government with respect to the protection of the personal data. Now let's move on to the next page. India urges Germany to invest in Tamil Nadu and UP, corridors of Tamil Nadu and UP. That's what you can see here. India's defense minister with the Germany's defense minister meeting has been held yesterday, where India has urged, requested Germany to invest in defense corridors of UP and Tamil Nadu. Here, there is one more news related to the India-China border dispute. As we all know that India and China is having a dispute of the borders at north-west corridor and northeast corridor, that is in Leh and Ladakh region and in Arunachal Pradesh. So to reduce or to address this border dispute between India and China, a high-level committee, a high-level, the mechanism is created. And that's what is mentioned here, that border situation is stable now. And Brooks, no third-party interference, that's what China says. So China says that no, any third country should be involved between the India and China's border dispute. So please read this article to understand India-China relationship. At the same time, GS paper 3 topic, issues related to the development and management of borders. Management of border areas को लेकर कुछ issues हैं, वो आपको पता होना चाहिए, especially the border dispute between India and China. Heroes of many rescue, Odisha disaster force comes to the fore again. As we all know that, disaster management authority has been created to mitigate the impact of such type of disasters in India. So GS paper 3 topic, disaster management, disaster and disaster management. So railway accident in Balasore was one such man-made disaster. So how our NDRF rescue forces, how other people have rescued to the people, that's what is explained here. So just read this article, that how the disaster forces in India have come to the rescue of the people who have been caught into this disaster. Today's editorial, go back on track. Anyone remember yesterday's editorial was based on which issue? Has anybody read yesterday's editorial, which I've asked you to read? कौन से इश्यू पे था कल का एडिटोरियल, किसी को याद है? मुस्तफा? हेलो? I'm audible to all of you, Mustafa?
सर मुस्तफा नहीं है.
Mustafa नहीं, ठीक है. Yes, Sahil, Saad, do you remember? Yesterday's newspaper editorial was based on topic on which issue? It was related to section 124A of the Indian Penal Code. Am I right, sir?
Sedition law, sir.
All right. And second editor was related to the BRICS group of countries, like many emerging economies, apart from Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, they wants to join the BRICS group of countries so that they can get the benefit out of that, on the joining the BRICS group of countries. So these were the two editorial in yesterday's newspaper. Today, the first editorial is related to the railway accident. कल ही मैंने आपको बताया था कि as a UPSC aspirant, you need to know that what safety measures and safety guidelines have been taken by the government to avoid such type of railway accidents in India. That's what you need to know as a UPSC, aspirant. So you can see that today editorial is on the same issue. Balasore accident frames railways challenge. The many on board trains who are left untouched by ongoing upgrade. तो railways को upgrade करने की जरूरत है, so that we can avoid such type of accidents that was mentioned here. There is a need to upgrade the technologies which are being used in railway traffic. Next is defense on the table, that India US. कल ही हमने देखा था कि Indian US relationship को लेकर एक statement आया था, where India has asked the US to transfer the defense technology. Do you remember that statement in yesterday's newspaper?
Yes, sir.
So same here, the defense is on the table now for both India and US. There is an opportunity to be seized and a breakthrough to be made with respect to the defense cooperation between India and USA. India USA bilateral relationship को आपको देखना है. Whenever we are discussing or whenever you are studying the bilateral relationship between two countries, you need to focus around 4 to 5 points. One is strategic relations, cultural relations, economic relations, defense relations, as well as if there is any dispute between the two countries, if there is an area of cooperation between these two countries. So what are those areas of cooperation? What are the areas of the dispute? And what kind of cultural relationship, trade relationship, economic relationship, or defense relationship, strategic relationship we do have with that country? That's what you need to know as a UPSC aspirant. So here in today's editorial, second editorial, it has been discussed about the India-US defense relationship. Is it clear? तो इसको पढ़ना है आपको, that why both India and US needs to have this defense cooperation. From artists to lawmakers, Rajiv Sethi has written an article with respect to that law artists should also be part of the legislative body in India. Who are the lawmakers in India? Who makes the laws in India?
MPs and MLAs, sir.
MPs and MLAs. Okay. Which MPs and MLAs? Like Lok Sabha MPs or Rajya Sabha MPs or both?
Sir, both.
Very good.
In some cases, both. In some cases.
Okay. And in which house of Indian Parliament the artist can also be nominated as a member of Parliament without election?
So only in Rajya Sabha.
In Rajya Sabha. Good. So that's what is mentioned here, that how one can become a artist to lawmaker. That is what is explained here. So just read this article. आर्टिस्ट को लॉ मेकर के तौर पे नॉमिनेट करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए?
सर नहीं करना चाहिए.
नहीं करना चाहिए. वो नहीं करना चाहिए साथ?
बिकॉज सर वो किसी यानी इलेक्टेड होकर नहीं आए ना, तो किसको रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे?
वो आर्टिस्ट को रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे. आर्टिस्ट के भी
तो
कुछ
इश्यू मुझे भी कर लेना चाहिए. मैं इंजीनियर्स को रिप्रेजेंट करूंगा सर.
आर्टिस्ट का भी किसी एक पहलू पे, किसी एक इश्यू पे एक देखने का नजरिया, उसका व्यू पॉइंट अलग हो सकता है. तो उनके भी व्यू पॉइंट, उनके भी जो देखने का जो नजरिया है वो भी तो रिप्रेजेंट हो जाएगा ना राज्यसभा में, इफ दे हैव बीन गिवन अ रिप्रेजेंटेशन.
हाँ सर, ये ओपिनियन है, एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं, बट मेरा तो ओपिनियन यही है कि नहीं देना चाहिए उनको.
रिकवरी अनइवन स्कार्स रिमन, दैट्स व्हाट द ईशान बख्शी के जो आर्टिकल्स होते हैं, दैट इज रिस्पेक्ट टू द इकोनॉमिक इंडियन इकोनॉमी से रिलेटेड आर्टिकल्स आते हैं. सो हियर ही हैज रिटन एन आर्टिकल दैट यस, इंडिया की रिकवरी हुई है. वी हैव सीन दैट आई थिंक 5 to 6 days back there was one news related to the GDP growth rate of India. Anyone remember what was the GDP growth rate in last year as per the NSO data जो हमने 5-6 दिन पहले देखा था?
So 6 point something.
Yeah, 6.1 something, right? So
yes,
earlier the economic growth rate was only around 3%, 4%. Corona period में तो वो economic contraction था, it was negative. So India has recovered. Indian GDP growth is increasing. We have breached that mark of 6%. But still, despite of the GDP growth होने के बावजूद भी, the scars of the pandemic are still dominant and they are still there. मतलब GDP growth होने के बावजूद भी जो कोरोना के बाद में जो शॉक्स लोगों पे लगे हुए थे वो अब तक पूरे नहीं हुए हैं. That is what is mentioned. So in GS paper 3 topic GDP growth and development, उससे ये रिलेटेड है. तो बस आपको ये ध्यान में रखना है कि क्यों इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ में रिकवरी होने के बावजूद भी what are the issues of the and challenges in front of the Indian economy. That's what we can come to know by reading this article. Kapil Sibal has written an article on sedition and betrayal. तो कल का ही आर्टिकल है सेक्शन 124A, उससे रिलेटेड कपिल सिब्बल ने आर्टिकल लिखा है कि सेडिशन और बिट्रेल. बिट्रेल का मतलब होता है धोखा देना और सेडिशन का मतलब होता है किसी को उकसाना अगेंस्ट द गवर्नमेंट. तो प्लीज रीड दिस आर्टिकल इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड, because law commission has recommended, anyone remember what was the recommendation of the law commission with respect to section 124A? कल के न्यूज़पेपर
Yes,
में
sir. You told yesterday that we should withhold it and we should also strengthen it.
yes, law commission recommended that punishment should be increased and at the same time it should be retained. That's what the law commission has recommended, which was considered as a step backward, a backward step by the law commission as per the Indian Express editor, right? तो उसी से रिलेटेड आर्टिकल कपिल सिब्बल ने भी लिखा हुआ है that how this law commission's recommendation of increasing the punishment for sedition will further shrink the space of dissent. Space for dissent मतलब सरकार के खिलाफ में जो आवाज उठाने वाले जो लोग हैं उनमें वो क्या करेगा, और it will shrink that space. That's what the Kapil Sibal has said. Is it clear? Explain
Yes,
page is related to the CRS, the railway safety body under the aviation ministry. Railway safety body जो है वो aviation ministry के अंडर में आती है. So just read it out that how this railway safety body observes the issues related to the railway safety. Amitabh Sinha has written an article about the stock of climate action. पूरी दुनिया में जो ग्लोबल वार्मिंग क्लाइमेट चेंज को लेकर जो इनिशिएटिव लिए जा रहे हैं, some actions have been is being taken by developed countries, underdeveloped countries and developing countries to mitigate the emission of carbon dioxide, to mitigate the global warming, to reduce the pollution, to conserve the flora and fauna, etc. So ये climate action कहाँ तक पहुंच गया है, उसका status क्या है? What is the stock of the climate action? That is what is explained by Amitabh Sinha. Whether we have been able to achieve the target, जो हमने Paris Agreement में जो target बनाए थे, whether we have been able to achieve that target or not, that is what is explained in this article. So cut this article and put it into GS paper 3 topic, global warming, climate change, etc. So GS paper 3 में एक topic है, that is conservation of biodiversity, global warming, climate change, pollution, etc. तो वहां पर आपको इस आर्टिकल को ऐड करना है. इन दिस आर्टिकल आपको वही पता चल जाएगा कि इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे जो इनिशिएटिव लिए जा रहे हैं उसकी सिचुएशन क्या है. Let's move on to the economic page. India's growth is expected to slow 6.3%. That's what World Bank said. इंडिया का जो इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ रेट जो है वो 6.3% से स्लो हो सकता है. That is what is the prediction of World Bank. Real GDP is set to climb 2.1% in 2023. तो real GDP बढ़ेगा 2.1% से, but nominal GDP कम हो जाएगा. So as a UPSC aspirant, you need to know what is the difference between real GDP and nominal GDP. Fine. So this is all there in the today's newspaper. Two editorial of today. One is India-US defense ties and one is related to the safety mechanism of the railway is important for us today. Apart from that, background preparation में if you know what is real GDP and nominal GDP, it's good. अगर नहीं पता है तो आज जाकर आप चेक करोगे what is the difference between real GDP and nominal GDP. There is nothing interested in today's newspaper. बाकी इतना ही है. If there is anything important, I'll share it on the WhatsApp. Fine. Any doubts for the today's session? Sath, Tania, Sahil.
Sir, paper discussion आज से लीजिए ना please.
Yes, I'll take the question paper discussion today evening. I'll let you know the time and that at what time we can have it, right? So we can discuss one subject, like we will discuss policy, we will discuss history, one subject every day. Fine?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Sania, is it Sania Munshi or someone else? Can you please unmute yourself? Sania?
Yes, sir. Not Munshi, sir.
Okay. So, what's your name?
Sania Patankar.
Okay, sir. So have you given this year's prelims exam, Sania?
Yes, sir. I had not prepared,
Uh-huh.
but I gave it like just to attempt.
So how was your performance?
Not good, sir.
Okay. Fine, Sania. If you're planning to give exam this year again, and if you're serious about it, then please message me. I'll have a one-to-one session with you, Sania.
Yes, sir.
So we'll stop it here now. See you in the evening. And I'll let you know the time at what time we can meet.